We can probably create any photos we want in post-production with AI-fueled technology. It's gonna suck. Apple just announced a lot of new products. How will the Vision Pro, the MacBook Air, and the Mac Studio M2 impact my work as a travel photographer? I'll explain to you why Vision Pro is gonna be a game changer for photographers, but not because of the reasons most people think of. I have mixed feeling about the new MacBook Air or the Mac Studio M2. Hi, I'm Tin Man Lee, and I'm a professional photographer and currently an invited judge for Nature Photographer of the Year. Let's talk about Vision Pro first. I agree with Mr. Who's the Boss that when you wear it, it's hard to avoid the constant bombardment of disturbance and notifications, even if you can turn it off. There are already way too much noise in our life. That's why I prefer hiding in wilderness. But having said that, the Vision Pro should be perfect for raw file post-processing. Imagine having a 200-inch TV where you can zoom in all the way to check noise, sharpness, and details. So easy to find dust spots and remove them. We can zoom in to check if the eyes of the subject is super sharp. And doing dodging and burning on pixel level would be so easy with the Vision Pro because masking is a lot easier to maneuver with unlimited zoom in, or I should say up to pixel level. And I bet it will track the movement of our own eyes and adjust what's in front of us. So whatever we are looking at, we can combine with our hand and finger gesture to zoom in, zoom out, and brush. Who knows? One day it can probably read our brain waves for even fancier features. With more than 4K in each eye in the Vision Pro, it's like unlimited zoom. We can turn our head to look at other windows like a 360 big TV, so we can totally multitask. We can watch a movie on the right side while editing on the front and then browsing Instagram on the left. Oh, and resizing for images for different apps would be so much easier when we analyze the parameters of the sharpening. For example, we can open a virtual iPhone in front of us to see how the resized image looks like on Facebook or Instagram, how it will be like from printing from a printer or for a gallery exhibit. Hold on a second. I don't even know if there will still be iPhone or Instagram in the near future with the Vision Pro. And I want to puke just thinking about how many virtual monitors we can use, but it's gonna be great. As for video editing, it's also gonna be a game changer too, because one of the biggest problem of editing video is to see the whole film strip and zooming in and out to cut off fine details or cut out a bigger chunk. In the old days, we have to buy multiple monitors or get those super wide monitor for editing. But with Apple Vision Pro, it's gonna solve this problem completely, as you can zoom in and out smoothly, as if you have multiple 200 inches TV all connected together seamlessly. The transition, the text overlays, etc. can be in different windows now. On our left, on our right, at the top and at the bottom. We can have another window to play different music and test which music to choose, and yet another window with raw footages of videos for management. And editing 360 video would be so much fun. We no longer will need to convert 360 videos into normal videos because everybody with Vision Pro can watch our 360 video footage. Maybe it can replace laptop too with the Vision Pro in addition to the iPhone. Just that I don't know how comfortable it will be to wear it for an extended period of time. Because I feel my neck strain even when I'm just wearing a GoPro on my cap for video footage on my trips. It would also be fantastic for online sharing of our photos from now on to friends and family when they can also use the Vision Pro to look at our photos and zoom in and out. There will probably be Starlink with high-speed internet in the near future everywhere, so we can actually share our 360 video with our family and friends like they are traveling together with us to anywhere in the world, experiencing it live. Can you imagine we watching 360 videos on scuba diving or drones or in African safari where we ourselves can actually take those videos and replay it in Vision Pro or share it with friends and families? I heard one issue of it is that it can't do selfie because the cameras are too close to our eyes. So for FaceTime, the Vision Pro has to use simulation to create our own face for other people to see, so it's not really our real face. That's kind of strange, but I understand. I've been having problem with traveling solo and wanted to take selfie footage too. When I have to use both hands to operate the big camera and lens, it's very hard to carry a selfie stick with a GoPro. And for wildlife photography, when a special wildlife encounter happens, it always happens so unexpectedly that I didn't have time to set up selfie. So it's hard to get behind the scene footage, especially when it's in heavy rain and some other crazy weather. With so many cameras within the Vision Pro, they can create a 3D world or record anything with AI-filled information from deep learning. So what I mean is that when we go on a safari, we can probably create any photos we want in post-production with AI-filled technology. It's gonna suck. Would it be the end of wildlife photography? I don't know. But the joy of being in the wilderness, I don't think anything can replace it. I hope. As for MacBook Air, I love the idea of traveling light with MacBook Air. On paper, it sounds perfect. Weight is a big issue for international travel, especially to remote locations such as the Masai Mara in Kenya or to see polar bears in Churchill, Canada, because they have crazy weight limit for small planes. And all I really need when I travel is just to transfer my raw files from my camera to backup to external SSD drives. But I was wrong. As a serious photographer, I actually want to make sure that the photos I took every day while traveling to be perfect. So I can't just skim through the photos and back them up. I want to check the sharpness by zooming in on my raw file to make sure that the camera and lenses are working properly. I want to look for distraction in foreground and background of the image to make sure that the photo shoot didn't go on a waste. And if I make any mistake, I will see if I can fix it in the next day if I have another chance. And I also want to do some editing to see the potential from the raw file. One time I got a request by somebody to purchase the licensing fee of one of my photos for $8,000 when I'm in the field in remote location. So I needed to find the file in my cloud drive. Thank God there is a little bit of Wi-Fi, and I was able to download that file and edit the photo and send to the editor within a day, and I make $8,000. So I need the best quality monitor on the laptop to do editing and also a capable computer to handle, for example, Lightroom catalog. Also, sometimes I edit 4K videos while traveling. So now I see that the screen of the MacBook Air is not as good as the MacBook Pro, and that you can upgrade to the same amount of RAM as the MacBook Pro. Also, I don't think it's really built for intense editing of photos and videos. The new MacBook Air doesn't really fit my need. I have been using a 16-inch MacBook Pro M1 with 64GB of RAM and 4TB of SSD in places like Kenya and Alaska for weeks, and it worked perfect. At home, I use a Mac Studio with 2 Apple display, and it's definitely a lot faster and smoother than the 16-inch MacBook Pro, but the MacBook Pro gets the job done in the field. I really have no complaint. It freezes a little bit more often than the Mac Studio. Well, I don't think the Mac Studio has frozen ever once. Topaz denoise is instant for my MacBook Pro, and exporting 4K video is still light years ahead of my non-M1 chip iMac Pro. So I also have no complaint. I wonder how much faster it would be for the M2 MacBook Pro. So I won't be getting the MacBook Air or Mac Studio for now. I have to say that I love the Apple display. They are absolutely gorgeous and much better than the screen on my previous iMac Pro. So with the Vision Pro and the recent technology advance such as ChatGPT, Midjourney, and AI-filled technology where you can ask the computer to fill an empty space of a scene in a photo, I really can't imagine what the world will be like in a few months, and particularly in wildlife photography, how it will be affected. Well, but I guess that's life. You just can't worry too much. So I'll just try to enjoy every moment. It's good to be alive anyways. By the way, this video is brought to you by me. So the card is open for my editing workflow class and my photography masterclass. Check the link below. If you like my video, you should definitely check out my in-depth review of the best laptop for travel here. Remember to subscribe, turn on notification, like and comment below if you have any questions, and I'll see you next time.